Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. Business Connection is your source for grand openings, ribbon cuttings, and business happenings. Business Connection also goes one-on-one with different business owners and community leaders. Today we'll welcome several new businesses to the community. We'll also meet the great people over at Country Inns and Suites, but stay tuned as we meet with OPUS, all on Business Connection. Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a great group of ladies here with us today. We have Julia Challinor, who's with OPUS, and you direct the summer camp, the Chamber Music Group. And we have Denise West from Benedictine University, the Community Development Director. And you are here to tell us about something really neat, and that's OPUS and the partnership you have with Benedictine. But let's give our viewers a little bit of a background, and let's start with OPUS. We hear it a lot. It's summer, so we know to look forward to OPUS. Tell me a little bit about OPUS.
OPUS has been around for about 10 years. It's an organization, a not-for-profit organization that was formed by a group of parents of Naperville North students who were concerned about the cuts that were going on in music programming, and they wanted to step in and help support the orchestra directors and the students and encourage them to pursue and develop their musical talents.
And they've done this for 10 years and do some lovely concerts out on the Riverwalk, and we can hear them play, and these kids really get a very big music education.
They do. We've done some year-round programming for chamber music coaching to help the students who are interested in that sort of thing. Chamber music is small groups. It's trios, quartets, quintets, that sort of thing. The thing about chamber music that's particularly helpful for developing more advanced students is that each member of the group is entirely responsible for their part of the music. They can't hide in the back of the orchestra and miss a few notes. They have to get it all. So it is, it pushes them a little, but it's also really wonderful because it promotes a lot of collaboration between students. It develops them socially and their ability to problem solve and figure things out with other kids, their peers, and we find that it builds a lot of long-term friendships. We have the camp in the summertime, and we have kids that have come back for 5 years. Some of them are going to be coming back for their 6th year this year, or 7th maybe, I'm not sure.
That's exciting.
And we have one camper who has been coming from Michigan every year.
Wow.
And she has friends that she comes to see every year. She's actually recently moved to Naperville, but she's been coming every year before this past one. So.
And it's really interesting that it was a parent initiative, which just speaks to Naperville and how really dedicated parents are. But it's neat that this year you're doing something a little bit different. That you've partnered with Benedictine for the summer camps and something much larger. Denise, I'm going to throw you in and say what's going on with how does Benedictine fit in with this fine organization of OPUS?
The camp's been with Benedictine University now for 8 years.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that.
It's been a 1-week camp.
How exciting!
And we're hoping to expand it. And in that dream, vision, focus of an expansion, we're excited about the opportunity to build a fine and performing arts center on campus, partnering with OPUS, and we're so excited about it. So excited about it.
And this is a large endeavor for the university and for OPUS.
Absolutely.
To bring a really state-of-the-art facility. And now it's more than a concert center. There's rehearsal. There's an art gallery and a sculpture garden.
Classrooms, practice rooms with recording quality sound. We're planning on having a recording studio in the back of the recital hall so that we can not only do recordings of concerts with the students and visiting guest artists, but also to help build a program for the Benedictine students to learn about sound recording and film maybe someday. So.
Well, and that's where the future is it not, Denise?
It is, and the art gallery. Father Michael Komacek recently passed away, and he had accumulated a collection of over 3,500 pieces of art, but never had a home for those pieces of art. And it is so important that we get this facility built so that we can showcase his art and also the musical talents of the students that we're going to be able to have in the building,
That's neat.
classrooms and things.
That's neat. And he gifted these to the university for this endeavor?
He accumulated quite a bit of art. It was gifted to him, and he in turn placed it for the community to see at Benedictine University.
How generous.
Throughout campus. One of the interesting things about Father Michael was that if you had an office or a hallway or corridor or restrooms, he placed art in it, no doubt, and he was so good at what he did. He really was dedicated to the art. You could ask him about any piece. He could tell you where he got it from. He could tell you the artist. He could tell you about the artist. He could tell you the visual techniques that were used in the pieces of art. He was an amazing man, amazing man.
How did the relationship between the university and Opus get started?
Linda, you approached Benedictine University looking for a site to hold our camp, and I believe she connected with Denise, and Denise started out helping us make that work early on. And that's how she came to partner with Linda and put her with in touch with Father Michael, and she thought that it would be a good collaboration, and it was certainly that. We've been working on this plan for about 3 years, getting it to the point where we're ready to launch a capital fundraising campaign.
And that happens in August, as well as the camp is in August too.
That's right.
So August is a big month for you guys.
It certainly is.
It certainly is. What better fit for music and art? I mean, in the same facility.
Oh, it's a wonderful combination. I'm going to just see if, I'm going to hold this up if I can get our camera guys, just to give them a little sneak preview of what it is. It's a beautiful rendering, a lot of thought and vision into this. What does music bring to a young person, to student? Why is it so important that we have music training, and chamber music in particular?
Music develops so many different parts of young people. We all want them to do well in school, but we also want them to be well-rounded students or individuals. And I think that connecting with other students, in particular, other peers, to play music is huge. It develops their social skills. But also music, the learning of music really develops their minds and supports that, the math, science part of the brain. We have a lot of students who are excellent musicians, but they go off to study engineering and science. But then we also have a lot of very creative writers and, those types of students as well.
So the one-week camp is open to anybody, any chamber students? Do they audition?
Students are 8 to 18 is the age range. We're open. It's open to any students who are proficient enough to be able to handle their own part. And we have some students who are quite young and extremely proficient, very high-level musicians who started when they were quite young. We have students who are just barely able to handle, their own part. We have older kids who are, they just love music. They're not particularly, standout musicians, but they just love participating in this. And then we have some kids that go on to study music performance and music education. So we have a wide range.
So it sounds like a really neat one-week experience for the musician. They get to be on the great campus of Benedictine University. They get to soak up, some of that, especially for the older students who are thinking college, they get to soak up that experience. And I think, it's just neat to be on a college campus for that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And now they get to look forward to a great new performance facility with a campaign starting in August. So no pressure, ladies. I'm sure you'll get it going, though, so I think that's great. I want to thank you both for stopping by Business Connection and sharing this with our viewers. We're going to be right back, so stay tuned.